Hello everyone, my name is Natalia Severina and welcome to my Fashion Middle East podcast. I'm journalist and fashion stylist in Qatar for the last 10 years and I work with many creative people and talented designers here. Arabic fashion is a mix of culture and innovation and let's explore it together. My first guest today is Noor Rashid Butt. She is a Pakistani designer born and raised in Qatar, alumni of the Virginia Commonwealth University and creator of Nanoabaya. And I'm so happy to have Noor with me today. Thank you, Noor, for joining my first episode, to be my first ever guest today. And actually, I want to ask you, how was the feeling that you find out that Sheikha Moza actually worn your abaya? What did you feel?
So honestly, I had never even imagined for her to wear that abaya too early, because I had planned it in the future when I start my fashion brand, and hopefully she'll recognize the design one day and then wear it, but not a sports attire. And when I found out, it was through my chair of fashion, and he sent me an email saying, like, Noor, I have a surprise for you. So at the moment, I did not know what the surprise was because I had not opened the email. And when I opened the email, I saw the picture of Her Highness. That was the first thing I saw. So for me, it was really shocking because I never had a clue. Even he never informed me, like, because I think it happened too quickly. And so it was a surprise for the whole fashion department, to be honest. And
were you proud? How did you feel? You were proud, or you were shocked? Were you crying, laughing, and jumping on the bed?
I think it was a mix
what
of
did you
emotions.
do?
First of all, like, it hit me like, nostalgia. I had that words driving through my head about my father. Like 3 years back, he told me. So basically, I was in my second year, and at that time, it was my first year in fashion. So that time he told me that it's my dream that one day you'll design for the royal family. And when I saw the picture, I was just, I had tears in my eyes, and I was just wondering, like, how did this happen too soon, And it just hit me that, oh, she has worn it and my father's dream has come true, So I even remember when I rushed to my mom and I was crying and I woke her up. It was the sports day. So we had a family plan to do activities and stuff. So when I told my mom, I just showed her the picture. And when she saw the picture, she did not understand, like, what's this? She just saw the picture of Her Highness, but she was like, why are you showing me this? And why are you crying? So she was like, she got scared because I was crying. And when she saw, when I told her it's my abaya, she just screamed, She was like, how come I never saw this? Like, because I didn't share it with her, because I even didn't know, like, it would reach this extent. So when she saw that, when I told her, she just called my father and she was crying and she said, Rashid, who wore your daughter's abaya? And my father was like, I don't understand what you're saying. And she was like, Sheikha Moza wore your daughter's abaya. And he was like, what? Like, he was breaking up and he didn't know. He's like, okay, I'll call you back. He just said that and he closed the phone. And like, I think 15 minutes and he was back at home. And I still remember at that time I was praying and I heard my father coming up the stairs, and he could not even walk properly because he was trying to come up faster, So his footsteps, like, I still remember that he was coming so quickly, but he could not even walk fast. And when he came, I finished my prayer and I hugged him, and I felt so proud that I made my parents' dream come true. And other than my grandfather's death, I saw my father crying for a second time in my life, and that, for me, that was a very beautiful moment. And he told me that I don't need anything from you in my life. You made my wish come true. So for me, that was the best moment of my life.
Oh my God, so beautiful.
Yeah.
So Noor, how nanotechnology exactly works?
So in Nanoabaya, the nanotechnology works by making the vitamin Z absorption faster in our body. So it absorbs the UVB rich rays, and it makes the penetration of vitamin D faster through the fabric in our body. And it helps with being antibacterial. So it has antibacterial properties and also water resistant and self-cleaning properties. So the fabric does not get dirty easily. So these are some of the properties of the abayas.
Why it was important for you to create abaya like that? Why you feel that it's important, especially in Qatar?
So basically, in GCC, it gets very hot during summer, and by using this technology on the sports abaya, I think makes it a great way to promote like users to still stay healthy while enjoying sports outdoors, because a lot of people here, they're vitamin D deficient just because they avoid going out during summer and peak times. So I think and I hope that this will encourage them to still perform sports while being active and healthy.
Okay, thank you. Let's go back a little bit before the actual day when Sheikha Moza bought your abaya. So how was the process going? Who started project with you? With who you work on that project? Who was the people who supported you in that?
So we were introduced to this project by our chair of fashion, Professor Christopher Fink. He introduced this project, so he wanted the seniors to design sports abaya for the World Cup. And we at that time had no clue that who was going to be the judge for the selection of the abayas. So we were given a period of 1 week to design sketches, and then we presented them by the end of the week, and I think it was during November. And when we presented the sketches, our chair informed us that the judge will be David Beckham, and
Wow.
Qatari boxer Maha Sulaiti, she was. They both were our judges, and for us it was like really surprising because we're not sure if they're good enough, for them to be judged or even selected for sportswear, and they came in and they selected all of our seniors abayas. So it was total of 7 abayas. 5 of them were from senior year and 2 from junior.
It's okay. When you saw David Beckham actually in real life, and when you saw him on the pictures, how did he look? What's your feeling when you saw him? How was the impression?
To be honest, I thought that I would be very nervous when I would present to him, but I think he was very calm, and he was very he made you feel very relaxed, So he even had a very friendly talk with each of us, and he just wanted us to introduce the abaya, and he was like, just let me know what it is and what's the functionality, and so I think that really helped us be ourselves and just introduce our designs to him. So yeah.
Okay, what happened next?
So after he selected the abaya, we ordered our fabrics, and then the fabrics were ordered, and so we had around 2 weeks to travel to our senior field trip. And at that time I was working as a research assistant with Professor Dr. Khaled Saoud. About 6 months to develop the formula, and basically then it was experimented on the fabric that I wanted to use for the sportswear, because this fabric was polyester and blended with other properties, so it wasn't really coping with the treatment. So later we tried different formulas with help of Professor Khaled, and it worked. And then we did the treatment, and it was later produced. So yeah.
You choose a specific spots where you placed those fabrics. Why you choose these places exactly? It was through the lines. Where exactly was the area for the vitamin D?
So basically vitamin D was in the areas at the top, the panels, the reflective panels, so the yellowish neon color. That's where the vitamin D absorption technology was applied, because usually as that vitamin D absorption happens through the back, the neck area, and that's where we did the treatment. And the rest of the treatment was for thermal insulating properties, so that the end user doesn't feel hot while doing sports, and that was around the areas like the arms and the body.
How did you come up to the colors combination? And
so at that time I had learned to use WGSN as a tool for research. In the fashion industry, it's very well known. It's a trend forecasting website. So I used it to research the trending colors for 2023 and 2024. So it was the Pantone blue color that I selected, and I wanted to, and at that time it was also neons were trending. So I wanted to combine neon with the blue color, you know. So yeah,
it worked big time. It worked.
That's how I came up with the color palette. Even though I'm a person who is fond of neutrals and like not very bright colors.
So that was not your favorite colors, right?
That was not my favorite color, but even though seeing it together on the palette, it made me happy that it looks appealing, you know. So I think it was the best color choice that I made.
What inspired you for those combinations, for those geometric forms? Where did you get the inspiration?
So I was basically inspired by you know, the mosaics around the museums and the geometric art and
of Qatar.
Of Qatar, exactly, in the buildings, the architecture. So I wanted to apply the same formula on in the design. I think I wouldn't have been where I am today if I didn't have the back of my professors and my university, because I think they were not just my professors but a family, and they helped me grow in different ways, and all the critiques they've given me helped me grow and helped me be who I am today. So it's a huge thank you to them, and even until now I feel like it's still my home. Whenever I want to go back, I don't hesitate, you know. So I still feel that my roots are connected to that university.
Nice, nice.
I always plan my speeches, like what I'm gonna tell her, and even before sleeping. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm like, I imagine her like with my parents, and I'm taking them and telling her, "Thank you, Your Highness, for making my parents' dream come true," you know. So I'm sure that when I'll see her, I'll be very emotional, because she's always been my muse and my role model. She was even on my mood board for my senior collection, and I think whenever I tell anyone this story, they always tell me like, I feel like your story is so much related to manifestation. You manifested that you had her on your board, and like, she's the muse of your collection, and she ended up wearing something that you had designed. So it's like, they tell me like they feel it's all about manifestation. So
that's amazing. So now you are after 2 years back, after all that happened, where you are now, what's happening to your brand? Do you have a brand? What is your plan?
So I have recently launched my fashion brand. It's called Iconic14, and basically it's a premium activewear brand. And the key product in the brand is going to be the sports abayas. And I'm hoping to use the technology later in the future. But in the beginning, I want to, promote the sports abaya on their own. And so the brand's name comes from a specific date when Her Highness wore the sports abaya. So it's February 14.
Amazing.
And that's what the brand is also called, Iconic14. So it's basically, the slogan of the brand is basically dream, move, and inspire. And it's like you dreaming, and then you make a move, and then you inspire people with your move.
Nice. So when the first piece is gonna be ready?
So hopefully the collection will be, the first collection will be launching in about like 3 months from now.
Will I have the first piece? Will I have
Inshallah.
the first piece? I want to be the first who is wearing this
Inshallah.
abaya.
Sure, definitely. I'll be happy to.
I promise I will wear.
Inshallah, I'm sure you'll wear it. You've
I
always
will.
been very supportive, and I really appreciate it. So,
Thank you
hopefully.
so much. I have a last question to you today. So, what would you advise, say, to the people who just now study, who like enter in making the first step in the fashion field as a designer, who study? What would you recommend them to do? What would be your words to them?
I would definitely tell them. First thing is like don't lose hope, because you will find a lot of people in your way who will demotivate you, but it really depends on you how to turn that negativity into positivity, because I do believe that throughout my journey in VCU, it was not an easy one. I was from the COVID batch, so when I entered university it was during COVID, so even I had never imagined for myself to graduate in this way. I always thought that maybe I'm going to graduate behind the screen, you know. So I would definitely recommend them and push them to stay focused on their goal. And it's okay to dream big, you know. Don't some people say that no, dreaming is not okay, and it's okay, you know, just to think, or maybe you might it's just dreaming, you know. Some people might say, okay, you're dreaming, then you cannot make it real. But for me, my dream had come true after I worked on it. So yeah, I would tell them to dream big, because that's the only way you can achieve them.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Noor. I'm
Thank
very
you.
grateful to
I'm
you.
really grateful to you
Thank you
too.
so much. Thank you. Dream big and wait for my next episode. We will have another amazing guest.
And follow Iconic14.
Absolutely. Follow Iconic14 and Perfect Look and my fashion podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.